Hey, welcome back. So you should have read chapter 2 or listened to chapter 2 already. There's a quote that I want to discuss. And let's see. Actually, it was an event, and he says, he also carried his small triangular shield, broad enough at the top to protect the breast, and from thence diminishing to a point. It was covered with a scarlet cloth, which prevented the device from being seen. Now, why on earth would he cover up his device? Why would he cover up his signature or his identifying mark? Why would he cover that up? Is it because the elements would have disturbed the shield and messed it up? You know, the metals, it would like rust or whatever. Or is it because he was hiding who he fought as? Because, you know, when they have their helmets on and their visor down, you can't tell who's underneath that helmet. So did he have a fighting alter ego? I just wondered. I wondered if you knew. I just thought that would be an interesting point to bring out and to discuss. The monk is a fraud. He, you probably figured out, he is a monk, and he has that station. So basically, he uses the church for money, but he also goes ahead and and in order to make it okay with the folks, he grants them forgiveness and gives them money also, but he uses the treasury as his own, and he can go around dressed however he wants to, goes and drinks and carouses and spends time with the women, all of which he's not supposed to do, and he's supposed to dress modestly and humbly, but yet he doesn't. So he's a fraud, but everybody looks the other way because they get what they want from him. So I thought that was interesting. I pretty think, let's see, in your lessons, you're going to hear about personification, which is an attribution of a personal nature or a human characteristic placed on something that's not human. And I know I'm going to bring this out in your teaching, but in your lessons, but wisdom, the lady wisdom, and in Greek it's Sophia. She's calling out in the streets and Proverbs, and so Sophia is a personification of God's wisdom, and in the Greek, Sophia means wisdom. So we kind of lose a little bit of that in our translation. I learned that this week, so I just thought that was very interesting. And I never knew what personification meant. I'm ashamed to say I've gotten this far in my life, and I never looked it up. But since it was one of your words, I wanted to know. I'm like, okay, this is a great time to teach Elijah this. And then most of the other words that I have in here, you can learn it through your vocabulary lessons. And so this video will just be that short. I love you. Have fun.